Hello my dear students, welcome to the lecture series on immunity. So, immunity is a familiar word which we use in day to day life. So, let us see what is this immunity, what are the types and how it protects us from the diseases. So, before going to the today's session, let us see what I am going to cover in this lecture series. So, we are going to talk on innate immunity, acquired immunity, active immunity, passive immunity, local immunity, herd immunity, adaptive immunity. So, there are various types in the immunity. So, let us see each one in detail to know about the immunity. So, coming to the immunity, what is immunity? What is the definition says? So, immunity, it is derived from a Latin word called as immunitas, that means freedom from the disease. So, the actual definition of immunity, it is the resistance offered by the host against microorganisms. Microorganisms, it may be a bacteria, a virus, a fungus or a parasite, and also some of the foreign substances. For example, in the case of blood transfusion or organ transfusion, even the body will resist. So, the definition of the immunity, resistance offered by host against microorganisms or foreign substances. So, let us see the classification of immunity. So, the broad classification of the immunity, you can see immunity is classified into two classification, that is innate immunity and acquired immunity. So, let us see this immunity, where acquired immunity is again classified into two types, that is active immunity and passive immunity. In the active immunity, you can see again there is a classification called as natural active immunity and artificial active immunity, and simultaneously you can see the passive immunity, in that the two types, natural passive immunity and artificial passive immunity. So, this is the classification of immunity. So, coming to the innate immunity, what is this innate immunity? It is nothing but the inborn resistance against the infections. A baby is born, then it is having its immunity, it is the inborn resistance against the infection. So, that is known to be innate immunity. So, this kind of immunity, it possesses right from the birth, and this innate immunity is also genetic or constitutional makeup. So, let us see the properties of innate immunity. So, this innate immunity acts in minutes, and also it does not require prior microbial exposure, and the innate immunity diversity is very limited. It is also a non-specific immunity, and there is no memory in the innate immunity. So, coming to the innate immunity, there are again we can class them into three types: species immunity, racial innate immunity and individual innate immunity. Species, humans, they will not get disease which we see in the plants, because the species are different. So, different species, because they having their own type of immunity, innate immunity. So, we do not get it. So, that is known as species immunity. And the racial immunity, different races of people, different diseases can be seen. So, that comes under racial immunity. Individual immunity, In the same group, some individual will be having his own immunity. So, that is the third type of innate immunity. Then what are the factors determining the degree of innate immunity? So, it is the age, hormone and the nutrition. So, innate immunity depends on the age. So, when a baby is born, though it is having innate immunity, it will take time to develop their immunity. So, age in the young age or in the fetus life, it take time to develop, and also in the old age the weaning of the immunity can be seen, and the hormones play a major role in the innate immunity. So, the hormones such as in the diabetes mellitus, where the people are very prone to get many kind of diseases because of the hormonal imbalance in the case of diabetes mellitus or in the hypothyroidism. And the nutrition, when there is a malnutrition is there, the cells are not formed, and also the most of the barriers are also not will be working because of the malnutrition. So, all these three factors are very important, which will define the innate immunity. So, let us see the components of the innate immunity. Number 1, antimicrobial barriers. Number 2, physiological barriers. Number 3, phagocytes. Number 4, natural killer cells. Number 5, it is the mast cells. Number 6, the dendritic cells. Then the 7, complement pathways. 8th one is the inflammatory response. 9th one is the normal resident flora, and the next one is the cytokines. And acute phase reactant proteins. So, these are all the components of the innate immunity. So, they play a major role in innate immunity.